All right, hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So it's been a while. All right, so today we are going to be doing making designs for a brand. Now, normally brand designs are quite very technical to do it, but today I'm going to break it down for you and show you how we can go about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, we'll be using a 2000 by 2300 pixels page, and the resolution is 300. Then we'll just click on create and we have our page, right? So first off, what we are going to do is we are going to make a borderline for the design. Now why we do this is to give it some alignment on all edges, so that all the job will be aligned on four edges. So how we do that, I just draw a square, a 200 by 200 square, right? Then I just move it to the top right, align it to the top right, then put a rule on false. Then I do the same for the bottom right. I just put a rule line for both the horizontal and the vertical. Then I delete the box. Now what I've done here is just to give it a bleeding line of all four pieces. Now what this does is it gives it an alignment on four places and it makes your work look neater, right? So first off, what we are going to do is we are going to get our background ready. Now we'll use our gradient tool. We talked about this tool before in our toolbox section. Check our previous videos, you see it there. Then I'll change it. What we are going with is a purple color, so I'll just go with this a kind of shiny purple. All right, something like this, right? Then I give it a darker purple, something like this, right? This is good. Then I click OK and OK. Then I select and drag from end to end horizontally. Now we have this beautiful gradient, but what I want is I want it from light to dark, so I'll just uncheck the reverse so that the thing unchecks the reverse. Now what it does automatically is just to reverse the gradient. Instead of the darker purple to the lighter, it becomes the lighter to the darker. So I just drag, and here we have this ready. Okay, now we have it already. Now with designs, we'll start from the base. We'll start from the background, then the background image. Then we start talking about imputing the small effects that we need to put in there. Now we'll go into our documents, so that I'll go and look for backgrounds to use for this file. So I'll just go into my resource files and check for PG background. Then I just look for an abstract background, a good abstract background. Bu- 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 Let me see something like this. I'll just use something like this. I'll just import it by dragging and dropping in the document. Now I don't want something too fancy, something too noisy, so I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna blow it up a bit. Then I change the color by going to FX, then color overlay. Then I change the color, maybe probably a lighter shade of this purple to give it a stronger effect. Just use something like this, and mind you, we are still going to blow reduce the opacity so that it doesn't become very obvious, because using backgrounds now, one thing about designs is you wouldn't want it to distort the write up in the design. So I'll just change the opacity to, let's say 15%, and or we'll just say okay 10%. because I don't want it to be obvious, right? Now we have this. Now we have our background ready. Let's just bring this down a bit, just a little bit. Now we have our background ready. If you want to, you can just group it and name it background. It's up to you what you want to do. So uh I'll just rename this BG background. Now lock it so that I don't want it interfering with any of my other jobs. Now I'll have to go back to the downloads to get my logo. So all the resource files are in the description below. You do well to download and follow as we go on. So we've imported the logo now, right? Then all I need to do is just to reduce the logo to size and move it to the top right corner. That's where the brand logo is supposed to be. Don't forget to like, to comment your question or thoughts, and to subscribe for more videos like this. Alright, now we have our logo. All we need to do now is to remove the white background because I don't want that. We can use two tools to do that. We have our quick selection tool and we have our magic wand tool. I'm going to stick with the magic wand tool because it's one color, so I just use it to just select one color and that part is selected. Now I can go ahead. Before that, I'll rasterize the image so that it becomes editable. So rasterize layer, then I delete the white part, then I select the other white part, I delete it, then I select this other white part and delete. Okay, there we have it. Our logo now is complete. Now this purple part, now I need to change it to white so that it becomes more visible to the eyes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my fill tool, my paint bucket tool, which is here under the gradient tool. Click on it, then I change the color to white. I change the color to white, then I just click on the part I want to change and voila, it changes. I do the same with these two dots here, and there we have it. Our logo is more visible. Then I would have to write the name of the brand also, which is um let's say Big Bird. That's the name of the brand. So, and mind you, this is just a made up brand, it's not like it's a real brand. So I'll just change the font size to, let's say, cabinet grotesque, and there we have it. Then this bird, I'll just change the color to yellow. Yeah, yellow, this is good. Then okay, so I'll just put the logo here, and there we have it. We have our logo ready, and that's our logo here right now. Then what we need to do now is just to put some subtle designs to make it interesting. So first off, I'll just look for a circle and draw. Now we'll have our circle. Then I'll leave the outline as the yellow we used. Then I'll use the fill. I'll remove the fill because I wouldn't want that. Then I'll change the outline size to, let's say, 40. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, 40 is small. Let's say we leave it at 400 times 10 and see how it looks. Too much, so I'll just say okay, 200 should be okay, or 300. Okay, 250. Okay, now we have the perfect circle for the perfect design. Then what I'm going to do, I'll just drag it down here a bit. uh, Too much, just drag it down here a bit, and we have this. Now what I'm going to do again is I'm going to import to get my write-up ready. So the write-up is get your get your quality tote bags, right? Then I'll align everything to the left using this our left align tool up here. When the text, all the text is selected, then I'll click on my selection tool and increase the size. Now I want to make it, the write-up is, to me the write-up is too big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to like change the bold face to medium so that it doesn't become glaring to the eyes. Then I'll leave the spacing at 0, then reduce the line spacing a bit. Think like this is okay. Then I move it down a bit. Yeah, we are good like this. So there we have it. We have our write-ups ready, and I'm going to reduce this a bit too so that it doesn't take up the whole space. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the other write-ups also so that we can get everything done. So the write-up is direct image dot design. All right, then we have denim design, then we have a crisscross designs, then we have and many more. I'm gonna increase the width so that everything aligns to the left and right. Okay, so there we have it. So here we have our design. So you can go ahead to edit it. So for this I'm gonna leave it as I still feel this is big. I'll leave it as regular. Okay, then these two I'll leave it at regular. For this I'm going to increase the line spacing a bit so that it becomes more visible and readable to the eyes. Okay, okay, we can now see that our design is coming together. Now I'm going to import our bag, which is this. I'll just drag and drop in the design. Now using our selection tool, our automatic selection tool, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with the image selected, I'll go to the select option, then click on subject. Now what it does, it just selects just the object, and there you have it. It has the object, which is the bag, selected. Then you can just mask it out by clicking on the layer mask button. Now we're going to reduce the size and put it to, and bring it to the left. All right, now I'm going to add a logo to this because we're talking about direct design on tote bags, so we are obviously need a design on it, on the bag. So I'll just drag this here a bit, then I'll still import my image again, the bird image, into the design, then reduce it to fit the bag. I'll teach us about mockups when we are done. Maybe subsequent lessons I'll teach us how to make mockups. So we have it here. Then I'm going to remove the background. I'll just click on this magic wand tool, click on the white space, delete, and I need to rasterize it. Then I say okay. So I'll go ahead to rasterize the layer. Then I delete. I click here, I delete also, and I click on this part, I delete. Now there we have our completely mocked up bag with the big bird design on the bag. Now I'll just reduce the opacity a teensy weensy bit so that it blends well with the bag, right? So I'm going to do something like this, and there we have it. We have our bag, our tote bag with the logo on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select both objects and convert to smart object. Invariably we are grouping the same images together, so I'm just going to reduce the image a bit, then tilt it to the left like so, right, and reduce it a bit one more time, then push it this way. Now we're going to give it a shadow effect from here so that it looks like the bag is sitting on this yellow part of the design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my brush tool, right? Then when I have my brush tool, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new layer by clicking on this part here and bring it underneath the bag image. Then we have our brush set like this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the brush just by dragging from up down here like so. Then the size, I think the size is okay. Then I just hit enter. Then all I need is change the color to black, because we need a black color for a shadow. We've not seen a white shadow before. So we click. Now we have our big bright design, but I don't like it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shift to the edge and click here. I think this is okay. Then I'm going to increase it for more texture and reduce the opacity and flow by the top here. I'll just reduce the opacity to 49% and the flow just reduce it to 60%. Then I create another effect, then another one. I think it's too much now. I'll just leave it as this, and there we have it. We have our shadow effect on the floor, and this looks good. Now we are done, we are practically done with the design, but there are some other informations that we need to add, like the contact details and the rest. So I'm going to align this now to the left a bit. Now you see that everything from the left now is aligned properly, right? So that's the job of this rule line that we did previously. Now for the contact details, we're going to use a rectangle. Just draw a rectangle from the left just down here like so. All right, then we remove the outline and change the color to white. Now we have our white, then we'll just curve the edges a bit, and I think I'm okay with the edges like this. Okay, I'm okay with the edges like this. uh I'll just drag it down a bit. Right, there you have it. That's our white part of the design I'm going to move this shadow effect and the image below the rectangle so that it doesn't show up. So here we have our white rectangle. Now we'll just still going to put another rectangle in the middle also for emphasis sake. So I'm going to change the color to the purple we used. This is too bright. We'll just select our color picker and pick something similar, something like this, and okay. So there we have it. We have our purple, a similar purple. Then I'll give it a little bit of curve on the edges and reduce the width, the height a bit. Now I'm going to write another text, which is contact us today. So I'm going to drag this into the write-up. I'll select both items so that I want to like centralize both items, everything to be aligned in the middle. So when I have both items selected, I'll go to my alignment tool up here, align horizontal, then I'll align it vertical so everything aligns horizontally and vertically. So I will just reduce this a bit. I feel it's too big, then move it up a bit, and there we have it. Then I'm going to input the number here, so I'll just duplicate this right up, change the color to, let's say, the same purple up here. Then okay, then I'm going to change the phone number to 0813924875 Now I have a number. For emphasis sake, I'm going to increase the size to fit both ends, like so. I'm gonna reduce it a bit, then I'm gonna align it with this so that it aligns horizontally. So I'll just align it horizontally and with the box also, so that everything sits in the middle, right? Then I bring it up a bit. Yeah, so this is good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this box again. By duplicating, you hold your alternate key with the item selected, then drag down. That's how you duplicate quite easily, like this, right? Then I'll just increase the curvature, then increase the size of this stuff, the box. Now I'm gonna give this box now another color. I'm gonna give it a yellow color, the same color we used for the circle here. Then we want to let them know that there's delivery nationwide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my resources, go to downloads, and pick the item and import it here by dragging and dropping. So I have my pie cards ready. I'm going to reduce it and bring it down here, somewhere here, right? Okay, I think here is okay. Then my write up, I'm going to write something like first off, let me change the color to this. I'll change the color to this, then okay. Then I'll change the write up to we deliver nationwide. So I'm gonna reduce the line spacing a bit. Okay, here we have it. Now for the biker, I'm gonna change the color to suit the yellow, the purple. So what I'm going to do is with the icon selected or the layer selected, you go to your blending option, then you click on color overlay. When you click on color overlay, then you change the color to this purple, and there we have it. Okay, you okay it, and there you have it. Now we are basically done with our designs, and this is the finished product, really. But first off, what we're going to do is we're going to add a barcode by your right. So what I'll just do is, first off, I'll draw a white circle on this part, right? Mhm. Remove the outline, the stroke, then change the fill to white. All right, then I'll just click on OK. I'm going to give it a bit of push to the left so that it aligns to the left, and give it a bit of curvature. Then I'm going to move this bag up a bit so it doesn't interfere with the barcode. So I'm just going to increase this, bring it up a bit, increase the length. Then I'll go ahead and import our barcode, which is QR code, and put it down here. We'll just reduce the sides, a bit. All right, so I'll just align it to the middle and I'll just duplicate it right up and put scan me. So scan me. This will direct them to the shop or the site or the web app to shop. All right. So there we have it. We have our file designed and ready for export, right? So this is it. I think we're done for today. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'll just give it for a bit of an effect. I'm going to give this like a drop shadow for minor effect. So just click on your blending option with the rectangle selected, layer selected. Then I'll just push it up a bit. I think this is good. Yeah, this is good. Then I'll do the same for this other rectangle. So I just select it with the layer selected, go down. Sorry, it was supposed to be a drop shadow. Then click on drop shadow, click on drop shadow, and there we have it. So we have our design ready for shipment or ready for delivery. So this is what we have. Our brand design for a tote bag company done and dusted. So for more effects, what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this bag with our alternate key selected and drag and give it some kind of effect. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to increase this bag to the background. I'll just push it down, 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 down beneath the background. So we talked about the layer panels. You can go back to our previous video to watch about layer panels. So I'll just go to filter, then blur, then we hit motion blur to give it a motion effect. So we'll just increase the motion just like so, something like this, and okay. And then I'll just move it up a bit. So for that extra effect, we just have our motion blur somewhere up here, and there we have it, guys. So this is it. Like I said, the resource files are in my description. You can just get it and follow along. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions. I'll catch you later.